Laughing and jumping, singing and jumping, loving and yeah, yeah. My brown-eyed girl, yeah, my brown-eyed girl, la 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 la. Let it do 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 do. Yeah, yeah. My brown-eyed girl. Yeah, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened? Tuesdays go so slow. Going down the old mine with a transistor radio. Sleeping in a sliding. La, 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 la. Hello everybody. So, hello. I think we are good to go. Sorry for the delay in getting the stream started. I'm still not quite sure it's working, but I see myself over there. I am one of the 2 viewers, so hello to the other person. Drop into the chat and say hi. Oh, someone has said hi. Let's see. I can just figure this out. Super, thank you so much, Craig. My first live viewer. How awesome is that? And by the way, if anybody is watching this on catch up, then thank you so much for all of the new subscribers on the channel and the views on the videos and the comments. I haven't actually read the comments yet, but I will get around to it. I'm just experimenting with monitoring, because it's kind of important when you're singing that you can hear yourself. I figured for a simple solution, I'll just connect a couple of earbuds directly to the headphone output, so I can hear the mic and I can hear the keys. It sounds a bit tinny, but I'm filling it up with the subwoofer that I have down there. I have a video on the sub coming out soon. It's kind of cool. These sound tinny, but with the subwoofer it's okay. And I guess if I'm performing live, you know, I'll be able to hear this quite clearly. These aren't isolating, you know, I hate those. But I'll hear the sound of the PA filling up the room and giving me some bass. And with these, hopefully I can hear myself. I can hear myself okay now. So yeah, the purpose of this stream then, I'm just going to practice some of the songs. I don't know if I'll do them all. It depends if anybody watches. But I was going to practice a bit anyway. But what I really want to do here is get some feedback from you, actually. From anybody watching live or watching on the catch-up. Because I did get a lot of feedback on my performances that I uploaded. So I'll be trying to make some corrections based on that. Most of it was positive, which I appreciate. But I can hear myself that there are some flaws. I'm a musician. I can hear what I need to work on. I just don't know how to fix it exactly. So one of the guys was very honest and said to me, which I appreciate, that on most of the songs I'm singing flat, not really in tune, which is something I can hear as well. That I don't know how to fix, but we'll be working on it a little bit. But he also said that I sounded nervous, which I wasn't, because I was just singing to the camera. Although I did feel awkward, no doubt about that. It felt strange, a bit weird, stupid. But I wasn't nervous. But he said I sounded nervous. I sounded unconfident. My voice was wavery. And yeah, I can hear all of that stuff as well. So no worries. I am very grateful for someone being honest and truthful. And I think the reason for that is the way I've been trying to sing. So every time I go for a walk, which is at least once a day, every evening at least, usually, I'll go for a 45-minute walk. And on those walks, I've been memorizing the songs. I can show you, actually. Let's see if this works in a nice way if I unplug myself. So every day I go for a walk, and I've been taking the lyrics with me. So I've got them on the iPad, but it's nice to have them on paper as well. By the way, Craig, if you're still there, is the keyboard coming across as well? It should be, if you're hearing the mic. Keyboard should be coming over as well. Yeah, nice ending, Yamaha. Yeah, so I've been taking this out with me on my walks. And yeah, every time I go for a walk, I challenge myself to learn a new verse or a chorus for one of the songs. Super, thanks, Craig. Really appreciate you being here. You don't feel you have to stick around for the entire thing. I won't be streaming for too long. I'm kind of hungry. So yeah, I've been taking this with me, trying to learn the lyrics as I walk along. If I forget them, look at them and then try and do it without. Now I can do the whole walk, sing all of the songs without the lyrics. So I'm pretty pleased with myself. That was one of the major challenges for me, remembering lyrics. But I got that down. Of course, when I'm walking, I can take pauses if I can't quite remember the lyrics in time, and then I'll get them eventually. But when you're playing and the drums are going, you don't have time to think. So that's really hard. A technique I'm having to learn is, as you're singing one lyric, try and remember what the next lyric is. Immensely. And whilst you're trying to play the right chords and everything. But anyway, back to my singing, sounding uncertain, wavery, and yeah, which it is. Let's go to Brown Eyed Girl. So as I'm walking, I'm singing out loud. I must look like a quite complete idiot to anybody that is walking past me. There's an annoying fly here. I must look like an idiot to anybody that's walking past or walking their dogs or cycling past any houses that I pass by, because I'm singing at the top of my voice. But I've developed this technique. I thought it sounded good when I was walking around listening to myself. The sound in the sky. Of doing like a breathy sound. I've got no fucking idea what I'm doing, right? I'm just experimenting and seeing what I think sounds good. I've been singing a bit like this. Hey, where did we go? Hey, where did we... This breathy sound. Hey, where did we go? I thought that was the correct technique. Hey, where did we... Instead of... Hey, where did we go? Hear the difference? Hey, where we... And I never even knew I had control over those muscles in your throat. So I guess that's an accomplishment, just to get aware of them. But I think that technique, which I've been using for the last 3 weeks, hey, where did we go, is actually a bad technique. If anybody knows about singing, let me know in the chat. I think you should be doing, hey, where did we go? And not, hey, where did we go? If anybody has any comments about that, please do drop it below. So the purpose of this session that I'm going to do is try and sing with a clear voice instead of this breathy, husky voice, if you know what I mean. We'll start with Brown Eyed Girl because I've been having that in my mind. And I will try and correct the things. This guy, I don't remember his name, unfortunately. Oh, I didn't really register it, but it was good advice. Although he didn't tell me how to fix it. He just told me everything that was wrong, but I needed that confirmation. And many of you actually told me how nice it sounded, so that's great as well. I think, you know, I can probably hold the tune and get through the gig, but nobody's going to walk away thinking, wow, that sounds great, you know, so, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Graham. Yeah, that's the first thing to overcome, right? So, what the hell? On this smaller channel, it's not quite as embarrassing as it would be. But yeah, I need to go out and do this live in front of a crowd. Not only the singing, that's a huge challenge. The playing as well. But I'm marketing myself as an entertainer. So I've got to tell jokes and entertain the crowd in between the songs. And do all that in Swedish. I live in Sweden. Yeah, right, Graham. Singing is hard enough, but doing it as you're performing. I can actually sing okay as I'm taking my walks. I can play all right, but trying to do the two together and the lyrics is just so hard. Getting the next line without having like a blackout, a mental block. So yeah. Singing with staccato, yeah, that certainly helps as well. The major problem I have, that I think, is that I have no vibrato. And I've watched a lot of videos about this, read a lot about it. And vibrato is not something you can produce. It just comes naturally when you have a good vocal technique. This fly is really annoying me. Anybody remember the old bugger off? Distracting. I don't have any vibrato. So if I'm holding a long note, hey, where did we go? I just have to hold that in pitch. No wonder I sound flat. If I had some vibrato, you wouldn't have to be so precise. Hey, where did we go? Fucking annoying. Why can't I get that vibrato? Maybe it'll just come if I start using my diaphragm properly in my throat. Because I haven't got the fucking clue what I'm doing. So, yeah. Sorry for the bad language as well. This is how I usually am. I try to keep it a bit clean over on the other channel, but what the fuck. Sorry, Craig. Graham. I do get... I have quite a temperament, you wouldn't believe. Shall we sing something? And I'll try and put this into practice, singing with a more clear tone, trying not to sing flat. Staccato probably, but my goal is to hold those notes and get a nice vibrato. On the end, just like you hear. You just introduce it at the end of a long tone. I'll get there eventually. I don't think there's anything wrong with my anatomy. It's just a question of technique. So yeah. We'll do Brown Eyed Girl, shall we? Goddamn fly. Oh, this is cool. 5 people are watching. Thank you so much. It's always fun to see. It's funny to see my Yeah, good shout, Graham. You don't force vibrato. You don't do it by going wow 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 or oh, with your throat. It's just something that comes when you have a good relaxed technique. That's what all the vocal coaches say. If your throat is relaxed and you have the good support, then it just happens. You don't need to force it. So that's what we're working on here. Occasionally, I can hear just a trace of it, and that's nice. And I think that's what I was doing this. That's why I was doing this breathy technique. I thought it would get me to the vibrato. Hey, 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 where did we go? But that makes me a bit pitchy. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Okay, let's do a song. So I work on the arrangements a little bit as well. Another thing we might do today if we get time. People were telling me I didn't have enough effects on the microphone. Now I've got them switched on. I've got a button here to switch it on and off. It's all going through the keyboard. The mic is plugged into the keyboard. Keyboard is adding a bit of compression, a bit of EQ. And I can adjust the level on the screen. But if I switch off this talk mode, you'll like this. This is what it's going to sound like when I'm singing. And I've added this delay, which sounds super cheesy to me, and even more reverb, which sounds goddamn awful. But quite a lot of people were saying in the comments, more effects. I think that just confuses me and makes it harder for me to sing in tune, because I hear this over my monitors as well. So I'll spare you that, but I don't know. That's what people were saying. More effects, more delay, more reverb. We'll give it a shot. And maybe I can do some A/B testing with you if anybody wants to play that game. I'll try it with and without the effects. See what you think. There we go. Yeah, just what I was saying, Graham. I'm using the built-in effects. It's pretty powerful. You can have EQ, compression, 20 different types of reverb, 20 different types of delay. Well, okay, Craig. Thanks for the encouragement. We have vocal harmonization as well. I thought it sounded pretty bad when I listened back to the demos I recorded. It sounded quite nice as I was performing and hearing it through the speakers, but it sounded rubbish when I listened back. I've adjusted it a little bit so it's slightly less in your face. You can adjust the balance. Maybe we'll do that in a separate video, play around with the effect chains and the vocal harmonizers. Sha la 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 la. Why isn't that all working now? La 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 la. Did I turn off completely? Yes, I did. Did I? Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Doesn't seem to be working to me. Sha la. Sha la la, sha la 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 la. Yeah, it's there, isn't it? Bit subtle. Sorry for all of this. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. But it was freaking out a little bit as I was doing the demos, so I don't know if I'll use that or not. Another option is just to connect the microphone to the mixer instead. Maybe that would even sound better than running everything through the keyboard. My mixer here has some basic effects. So yeah, lots of options. Yeah. You've got to get your tuning right, otherwise it just freaks out. There's no margin for error. I'll use it on this song, see what you say. Thanks very much, Graham, Craig, for being with me. I think we'll just do a couple of tunes, shall we, today? Not much more. I've been talking for long enough. I don't want to waste your time. So let's call this up. Let's put on the dreadful effects. Oh, to me, that sounds cheesy. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came, going down the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and running, skipping and jumping, in the misty morning fog, and you, our hearts are thumping at you, my brown-eyed girl. Yeah, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened? Tuesdays go so slow. To me that sounds like too much reverb. Whatever happened? When you listen to Van Morrison, there's not that much reverb on the track. Going down the old mine with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing behind the waterfall, behind the rainbow wall, slipping and sliding behind the waterfall with you, along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. Yeah, my brown-eyed girl. Let's try some vocal harmonizer. Here we go. Sha la 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 la. Bit more subtle, I think. Sha la 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 la. It's hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. Itchy as fuck. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. You have to remember to switch off the vocal harmonizer, or it all sounds shit. Making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. Yeah, my brown-eyed girl. Let's try the vocal harmonizer again. Yeah, here we go. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Okay, should we have organ, sax or guitar solo? That's the question. Why don't we do them all? Let's line it back a bit and have an organ. Which is on 3, here we go. Okay, we got sax on 2. Let's have a bit of a saxophone solo, and I'll just pull it back down to drums and bass. Yeah, I like those dialed back arrangements, actually. I really like that. I'll be doing more of that, perhaps. You could do the whole song like that. Take a listen. This knob, I can bring out most of the accompaniments, just leaving the bass and drums. Real nice, yeah? Hey, where did we go? Days when the rain came, without any reverb. Laughing and a running, skipping and a jumping, in the misty morning fog and you. Let's bring the piano back. Hey, where did we go? I think there's a charm to that as well. Days when the rains came, going down the hollow, playing a new game. Let me know in the chat if you think that sounds better with that trimmed down. I kind of like it. Let's add the cheesy reverb. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came, going down the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, skipping and a jumping, in the misty morning fog with you, our hearts jumping and you, my brown-eyed girl. Just a bit of guitar, add to that maybe. Yeah, hey, hey, my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened? Tuesdays go so slow, going down the old mine with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing behind the rainbow wall, slipping and a sliding behind the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. Yeah, I kind of like that. I prefer it without any effects and actually those stripped down arrangements compared to this. My brown-eyed girl. Yeah, hey, hey, my brown-eyed girl. I'd love to know what you think. I really would. If anybody's watching this or lurking, jump into the chat, please. Please. I would appreciate it. I totally agree on the natural room sounds, Graham. It's only when you're recording I think you need reverb. Hello, Rui. Thanks for joining us, man. Well, I assume... Without the reverb, it sounds more like a recording than a live performance. Yeah, you can mess around with the harmonizer settings. Yes, Graham, it's all about confidence and vocal power, but the pitch is way better. You mean the pitch is way better when I don't have all of the effects? Because they do mess you up as you're singing. Another thing, I don't know how much volume I should be using. I would love to have a vocal coach tell me this. I mean, do you sing in the same volume that you're speaking? Hey, where did we go? Or do you belt it out? Hey, where did we go? No fucking idea. What sounds best? Hey, where did we go? Or, hey, where did we go? so hard. And I'm doing this by myself. So this format of me singing to a few of you in the chat live is really, really helpful. Yeah, note pitch in terms of accuracy, yeah. Just to be clear, Graham, you thought when I switched the effects off, my singing pitch was more accurate. What's the consensus? What's the consensus? Effects on or off? That's what I really want to know. I know there's only 2 or 3 guys now, but you heard both. And anybody watching in the replay, I'd love to know. I'm so tempted to switch off the effects, but you guys are telling me to put more. I don't know. Let's do one more song, shall we? And we'll wrap it up. And I'll be monitoring the comments to see what you think. Oh, okay. So Graham thinks I was more accurate when I was singing with more volume, if I read that correctly. Oh, that's the only way you can do it. When I belted them, I was more on pitch. Yeah, okay. That was my problem doing those demos. I think I was trying to sing with control, because everyone tells you to do that, and I don't know, it just messed me up. Need to go effects off and sing naturally. Thanks, Graham. That's what I'm leaning to as well. Aha, okay. Only then you will be able to tell if you are progressing, yes. Because they just mask to some extent. Okay, let's sing a song without effects then, Rui, let's do that. I'll sing a Beatles song without effects. And I'll try and sing a bit more loudly. Can you hear me, by the way, when I'm just away from the mic? I think you probably can. I'm also curious what it would sound like if I connect the mic into the mixer. Because I've got a hunch the keyboard is making it all sound a little bit mushy as well, and then it loses a little bit of punch. Once again, so much appreciate you hanging out here. Really do. And all of you who have subscribed to the channel. It's very funny for me to see and humbling to go to this channel and see 288 subscribers. But I love it. I love it. It just looks weird. It's like missing 2 digits. But that's okay. I think Graham as well with the vocal coaches, yeah, they can help, I think. But you can learn a lot by yourself, just like experimenting. I can hear what sounds good or not. So, okay, let's do a tune. What settings do we have on the old vocal harmonizer? It's on a setting called Duet Harmony. The balance is about 10 o'clock. La. It's not working as I expect. La la la. Maybe needed to be in the la la la. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so if I'm in the vocal mode, the talking mode, then you don't get the vocal harmony. So you have to put the cheesy effects on. La la la. La 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 la. I can actually have just the effects. La 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 la. It's kind of nice to bring them in, but I'll tell you what, we'll do one verse with the cheesy effects. I've got a hall reverb and delay. This is actually a preset. This is one of the preset settings on the Yamaha here. So we can do one verse like this. And then I'll switch it off and we'll do one verse without. Let me know which sounds best. That would be so helpful. Let me just check. Because we'll probably wrap it up after this. The mouthpiece style mic. Rui, I think you mean the... You are talking about these headset mics, right? Yeah. Something I'm considering. There's not very many to choose from, and they generally sound pretty bad compared to a proper dynamic mic. And if you cough or sneeze, you're screwed. This one I can look away, so probably not going to go that route. Plus, they look fucking stupid. You take the varying distance out of the equation, right? But when you have good vocal technique, you're singing softly here and belting it out down here. So. Okay. Let's do Let It Be. I've got it off now, so I'll do a verse off, then switch it on, see what you think. And I'll do it maybe with the delay on, with the delay off. We'll just mess around. Hey, thanks for jumping into the chat. APZ. Nice to see you, APZ. Thanks very much for joining. Is anybody here who didn't come from my the channel? Probably not. I mean, liking all the questions, it's much more fun when it's a bit interactive. Is there a way to put the mic closer to you naturally? To not be so awkward. Hello, Tony. Yeah. Not quite sure what you mean there about putting the mic closer to you. Got the fly. Got him. Now this is the way to go. I've got this silly pop shield thing on it as well at the moment. But no, I think a proper microphone is the way to go. Also, if you have these headset microphones, they tend to have XLR connections. This keyboard doesn't have an XLR input, so yeah. Would be kind of nice. I was thinking about getting one of those tiny little condenser, really discreet mics that you see on TV sometimes. But there's no way for me to connect that to the Yamaha, so they're designed to connect to body packs for a wireless transmitter. Yes, Tony, it's all about technique, absolutely. Yeah. Totally agree with all your points. Yeah, I have a SM58 mic. I've got quite a few actually, but this one is a cheapie actually. And it sounds better than the 58. Not much in it, but it's a little bit hotter. This has not the greatest preamps perhaps. So with the SM58, it starts getting a little bit noisy because it's a very low output microphone. So this is actually just a cheapie. Pro L. I remember I bought it together with this microphone stand for like $30. So maybe a bit more, $50. The stand is crap, but the microphone sounds quite good. So that's what I'm using. So let's get on with the song, shall we? Yeah. But it's always interesting to discuss a little bit of gear as well. But at the end of the day, the microphone is not going to help me. It has very little significance. Just like the piano doesn't really have much effect on the player, if you know what I mean. think this one I was supposed to start with the piano thing. So let's do that. If you missed it in the start as well, I'm also experimenting with some, they're not in-ear monitors, but kind of poor man's in-ears. In the key of C, try it one more time. When you find yourself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, bit of an excessive fill, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. When the lonely hurt, start again. With the effects now. When the lonely-hearted people, if I can just play the right chords today, living in the world, agree, let it be. Although they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. I got to switch that delay off or dial it back a bit. Just bear with me. Check, 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 check. Let's do that verse again. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Although they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let's try the vocal harmonizer. Let it be, let it be. Why is that not working? Let it be, let it be. Perhaps it was on for the verse. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Okay, switch it off for a while. Let's see what solo options we have. Piano, organ or guitar? I fancy an organ. Organ? No, fucking hell. Not the cheesy strings. There we go. Didn't mean to do that, but it sounds cool. Let's do a bit of a guitar solo. We have that on great drums, by the way, real nice drums. On 4 we have a guitar. Where's the accompaniment gone? piano back. For though the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Let the vocal harmonizer on. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Yeah, what do you think? Effects on or off? What do you think? I'll give you a couple of minutes to answer because there's a bit of a lag. Anyway, you guys liked it, so that's great. Your pitching is so much better than other vids, says Tony. I hope so. Nothing wrong with this vocal performance. That's so encouraging. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think, you know, now we're all analysing it, right? But in the heat of a moment on the gig, maybe it's okay. Rui likes the vocal harmony effect. That's great. You're liking the Yamaha guitars as well from Craig. The effects I'm switching on and off with 2 buttons here. So, yeah. I've got 1 button for the vocal harmonizer, 1 button for the singing mode or the talking mode. Okay, Craig is... Okay, effects on for sure. Okay, I think Tony thinks sometimes, but, you know, I think it's all or nothing. Tell you what, we'll do one more little experiment. I'll do a real acoustic thing with and without effects. We'll do the same song if you bear with me. Let's try it. Maybe just bass and guitar. And I'll sing with and without effects, the same verse. Let me know once again, because this is kind of important, I think. And a lot of people liking the vocal harmony effects, okay? So I'll do without and with the reverb. When you find yourself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Okay, with the effects on. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Sorry for that. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. There you go. Exactly the same thing with and without effects. What do you think? What should I be aiming for here? Okay. Yeah, I can cut the effects in and out as you wish, or as I want to. This is quite a pain in the ass. Okay, better with the reverb, but maybe a little bit less. But then we're back to what I had when I did the demos. I've amped it up a bit. In the demos, I said people were saying more reverb. What you can do, Craig, APZ, you store all of the settings with one of these registrations, and then you know the whole everything on the front panel you can recall with just a button press. But I kind of like to do it a little bit more myself. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. You people might be listening on headphones, and then there's no natural room reverb. But if I'm doing this at the gig, there'll be reverb in the room that I'm playing in. So yeah, dial it down. I will review this video as well, because that's an important part of learning. I think is to listen to yourself. So I'll listen to this and see what I think sounds best as well. And it's really nice to have these streams in the archive, so that in 6 months, when I've been doing this a bit longer, I've been doing this for 3 weeks. In 6 months, I can, look back and hopefully see some improvement. It'll be a nice resource, I think, and maybe if there is some improvement, even inspiring for others. Yeah. Let's round it off. I'll let you guys go enjoy your Saturday today, right? Saturday night. And I'll make something to eat. So yeah, thanks ever so much for watching. Lovely to have a few of you here in the chat. More than I expected, actually. So yeah, super dope. And if anybody wants to leave a message on the catch up with what you, any feedback, constructive criticism, most welcome. We'll do this again sometime. It was fun. Christopher, hello. Yeah, I'm only using the harmony in the choruses usually. Now on Brown Eyed Girl, I use it for the sha la 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 la. That part. Switch it on. Sha la 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 la. Sounds a bit cheesy, I think. But yeah. So hope to see some of you the next time. So I'll go over there and shut down the stream now. So yeah, cheers. Thanks. Have a nice weekend, y'all. Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came.